So what's good, y'all? I just wanted to share a video about something that just had happened like the other day. And I guess if you're an aspiring artist, I feel like this is something that you should be on the lookout for as well. So I was hit up by this guy, and I'll put the screenshots and everything so you can see him. So as you can see, he hit me up. He said, "I love your music. Do you ever come to NYC? Appreciate that gang visited last year. You make music too." And that's where it got to. Then he was like, "Word, you have to come out here." My label told me to start connecting with more upcoming artists. I'm still building step by step while doing A&R. Have you ever worked with any labels? And I was like, all right, that's different. I've never seen an A&R who also makes music. So as anybody with common sense would do, I looked at his profile, and it did look legit at first because he has the Universal thing, but it's not like, I mean, anybody could do that. And then he has artist slash A&R, which was still kind of throwing me off. But, I was like, so far, it was kind of believable, but not really at the same time. And where I really started getting suspicious, I was like, all right, he said that the deal that they gave him helped him with his career, but I'm like, he has 28 monthly listeners. I'm like, you would think that if you're signed to a label, they will push you harder than that. I'm not trying to judge. We all got to start somewhere, but it just didn't add up to me. Following up his last question, I said, yeah, that's what's up. I haven't worked with any labels. I said, you work with Universal Music Group. He says, yeah, independent is cool, but labels can help. I can send you my homegirl's email. And that right off the bat to me just was weird. I was like, you're A&R. Like, it just didn't make sense to me, like, why someone else would have to co-sign. And even I'll show my group chats, thoughts on it too, because they said the same thing. And he's like, yeah, she's the one who got me my deal. It was a small deal, but it helped my career. And as you guys just saw in the last part of the video, he had 20 monthly listeners. So I was kind of like, I had already looked at his Spotify before even getting into this part, and I was like, they couldn't have helped you that much, because how do you only have 28? But he's like, now I'm just achieving a greater network, slide her an email, but she barely responds. Doesn't hurt to try. And then he asked what projects are you working on. And as you can see, even my friend was like, that's weird. I was like, yeah, he's all over the place. He's like, he's an A&R himself, but what the heck is he referring you to someone else for? A&R is a casual, but they're not like this chill. Like, they'll say bro, but this dude's like super unprofessional. And I was thinking the same thing. More of my friends in the group chat were like, that email is whack, because what label person would use Outlook? 23 monthly listeners signed is atrocious. And even if it's real, I wouldn't want to sign to that. I was thinking the same thing, but I just, for whatever reason, I was like, let me just reach out to whoever this person is. And now I kind of think it was just him pretending to be an A&R, but I'll show you the next thing coming up right now. So he said, hey, Nigel, thank you for reaching out to me, or this is Astrid, but I really think it's just him. Hey, Nigel, thank you for reaching out to me. Jay has been doing great A&R work. I really enjoy Pray to Scream. Would love to see you perform those songs. Before I continue, I have some questions. What do you want to do with your music career? Are you serious, or is it just a hobby? What do you want this label to do for you? How much are you willing to invest to fund your career? What projects are you currently working on? And what's the best phone number to reach you at? So I'm thinking, okay, at this point, I still don't trust it, but I'm like, there's a little inkling of me that's like, what if? So I'm just going to respond professionally. And I said, hi, Astrid. Thank you. To answer your question, I will want a good team around me to help me promote my music, playlisting, and overall resources to help me reach my full potential as an artist. As for investing, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. However, it's just something I have to pay for. Because when they said, are you willing to invest to fund, I was like, you guys should be investing in me. I don't, no label should I be paying. But then after that, I'm saying, is it something I have to pay for? And I said, as for projects, I've rebranded my name to Nine Tails, and I'm developing my sound on that brand new Spotify. And then I said, I have 2 songs out on the page so far, third drop of this Friday, and that's my phone number. And this is where I knew that, all right, this ain't real. We are here to make those playlist placements overall resources, and sold out tours happen. Once again, I really enjoy Parade and Scream. Those are records that need a stronger push. I have to see you perform as well. I have a friend who got a deal. They did ask him to do that. So I don't know, with the push to see me perform or to see me, it just felt like, okay, and then he's like, listen, Nigel, the industry could get pretty wild at times, but do you have the heart to keep going when things get major? This is the big league. It takes everything you have to make magic happen. You know what? Let's set up a meeting. Are you ever in NYC or LA? I know A&Rs can have chill personalities, but this just seemed like a little too informal. Like, the first one, it was kind of believable. At this point, it just sounded like a fucking... You'll see what my group chat to say about it. One of my friends was like, hella fishy, bro. Who says, you know what? Let's set up a meeting. Like, yeah, that's that's unprofessional as hell. And then my other friend was like, this shit is like a Netflix movie-ass offer, bro. Yeah, dead it. Do you have the heart to keep going when things get major? This is the big league straight out of a Disney movie. And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, why did it go from almost believable to feeling like, am I like the star in a Disney or Nickelodeon bad 1 hour movie? I just don't know why it started to go, I don't know. It started to feel like Let It Shine type it just, you know. And yeah, I said, bro was baiting me, sold out tours. It's like we ain't even had a face to face. Like they're trying to dangle things in front of me and make me jump like a mouse for cheese. And it's like no, and yeah, like my friends were clearly upset. I was upset because it's like, what if what if I bought a flight out there and they jumped me or something? You know what I mean? Like or like what if what if I was that gullible? You know what I mean? And I knew from the start I was like, don't get too high, don't get too low, because my girlfriend she was trying to be nice and reassure like, oh like it doesn't look professional, but at least try and hear it out a bit. So yeah. And then one of our friends Googled it, the same situation. I'm gonna put the Reddit link if you want to see it. On the Reddit page, it says the same thing that I was going through. Someone reached out, no monthly listeners really, trying to get them to basically trust them and then probably will them in to pay for something, and it's just a big scam. And yeah, so I'll admit I was a little disappointed. It was kind of I told my mom, I was talking with my mom, and I told her and I told my brother, I said, it was just nice to have been seen. I think it felt good to, at the time when I thought maybe it could have been real, I was like, oh, even if I wasn't planning to sign, I'm not an idiot. I wasn't going to just sign, the first deal I get. But I was like, it was just cool to at least have the experience of, hey, they noticed you, they saw you and they were considering you to be someone that they would want to take an interest in. Like that to me alone, even if I didn't sign a deal, would have been motivation. And even though it didn't work out in my favor, I still see it as motivation. And I said at the beginning of the year, what my goals were, but I'm trying to just be I don't want to talk about it too much, just do it. But yeah, just a little story. So if you're an artist and someone reaches out to you claiming that they're trying to sign you or they're A&R, don't believe them. Unless it looks legit. And one of these days, I'll be making a similar video. Well, probably won't be able to because I can't legally talk about it when I get in that position. But you'll know. And if we ever on a live stream, I'll give hints. So appreciate y'all.